All right, so we wanted to take a second for you because we haven't done these news episodes for a while, but we want to give some AI updates in terms of what we're seeing, and this is going to be one of those episodes. So first things first, Neil, have you seen the Spotify AI voice translations?
I have. It's kind of cool. I forgot. Someone emailed it to you and I as well,
Larry
right?
Kim, Larry
Yeah,
Kim from Customers AI.
but I saw it on TechCrunch right when it hit. So, but it's kind of cool because our podcast can now be in Hindi and Swahili and French and German and Portuguese, Spanish. We can pretty much do it in all languages.
The problem is it doesn't change our voice, or sorry, our voice, not our lips, the way our lips are moving, right? Whereas I think like a Rask.ai or Brask.ai, those can change. So rask.com or
But
brask.com.
this is podcasting, right? Spotify doesn't focus on video really.
They don't. But like those, I mean, the cool thing is I think Spotify will offer it for free. And I think a lot of more of these will offer it for free too. I think a lot of these tools are just going to be free because they just want you to create on their platforms, right?
Yep, because they want more listeners, more viewership, whatever it may be, and that enables people to translate, transcribe, and boom, they now get double the amount of views on their platform and they're happy. More ad revenue.
There's some PLG for you over there. They'll give you a ton of products for free, right? So that's an example of it to get you to lock in. So Google Bard updates too.
Wait,
Have you seen?
1 minute. What Eric's talking about with PLG, that's product-led growth. Check out our last podcast episode on the trap of product-led growth. We go over some data from Harvard Business Review if you guys haven't watched or listened or watched that episode.
And then, do you want to explain how ChatGPT has gone multimodal?
Go for it.
Oh, you haven't seen this one yet, huh?
No.
So, okay, check this out. Check this out. So, those of you that are watching on the YouTubes right now, I'm pulling it up. But Aaron Levy, he shared this he's the CEO of Box, which you talked about a couple episodes ago. And I am sharing my screen now. But basically, Neil, as I share this on the screen, you can describe what is happening.
All right, so they're typing. It's like so small, dude. I can't even read it.
Okay, here, I'll read it. So basically, the user took a picture of the bike and said, hey, help me fix my bike, help me lower it or whatever. And then ChatGPT gave some instructions on the picture. And then the ChatGPT said, hey, if you show me a picture, I'll help you, point in the right direction. And basically, the user took a picture and said, hey, is this the right spot? ChatGPT said, no, this is not the right spot. This is not what you're looking for. And then ChatGPT is like, oh, by the way, take a picture of like your tool set or your instruction manual, and I'll point you to the right tool that you should be using. So the user took a picture of their tool set, and then ChatGPT pointed to the bottom left corner of the toolbox and said, hey, the thing you should be pulling is called this tool over here. And then it told them what to do. So basically, now you can ask ChatGPT to actually assist you with real life problems because now you can take pictures and it'll understand whatever it is that you're asking for.
I think this is really cool. I don't care for it as much in this format. What I'm waiting for is for this to be in a robot that moves and it can help me in my real life problems. That's what I'm waiting for, and I hope that happens within 5 years.
Well, I mean, look at this one right here. This is the Tesla Optimus. It's doing yoga, right? So anyway, that's all going to happen. But I think the point of bringing this up from a marketing standpoint too, going back to the ChatGPT thing, is that think of it this way. Who do you think is going to optimize your paid ads better now? Who do you think is going to do this work better than you? Like, you take screenshots of your stuff. Like, who do you think is going to give better instructions?
Well, here's the careful part, dude. Have you ever went to a meeting with Google reps on ads and then them telling you how to do things better?
Yeah.
And a lot of times they just give you stuff that causes you to spend more and doesn't get you much results. I've had meetings with many of them. Okay, I'm not saying Google's bad; they're an amazing company. They're Google, Microsoft, the guys creating the AI. The real question is how useful are their AI tools going to be when it comes to optimizing your ads versus just getting you to spend more money?
Yeah. What are their incentives?
Yeah, getting you to spend more money moves their stock price. I'm not saying they're going to do that on purpose or anything like. I'm not saying they're not going to do that, but they've built a lot of tools over the years, and more likely than not, when I meet up with employees there, especially in the ads department, and doing annual reviews, especially if you're a big spender. They try to figure out more ways for you to spend money, not for you to spend less money. I've never been in any one of those meetings, and I've done this for so many years. I've never had them come out and be like, how can you spend less money? They've all talked about how to spend more and scale up.
Have you tried the new Google Bard?
I have.
Here, check this out. So I asked it.
And by the way, I think Bard is better than ChatGPT. I
Oh
know a
yeah.
lot of people disagree with me on this, and more people use ChatGPT. I'm not saying Bard can do the image things and tell you how to lower your bike, but they'll eventually add in all these features. It'll all be commoditized. Where I think Bard is better is their data is just more fresh and up to date. It's just like it's not September 2021. Even when ChatGPT 4 rolls out, they said it's still going to be based off of September 2021 data.
So check this out over here. So I basically so now Google Bard, to your point around data, they've integrated with more data sources over here. So check this out.
You're not sharing your screen yet. Now you are.
Yeah. So it will integrate with your Google Flights or Google Hotels, Google Maps, Google Workspace. So imagine integrating with, it'll crawl all of your emails, all your documents, everything, your YouTube channel as well. Okay. So I asked it, like, tell me about what Eric Sue talks about on YouTube. Here I was asking for flights, right? And make it one stop, and it was giving me some information. And you can also verify this information as well for flights. But so I just tell me what Eric Sue talks about on YouTube. Eric Sue talks about marketing, entrepreneurship, personal development, several channels, blah, blah, blah. Most of this is accurate. How to start a business, how to a successful brand, blah, blah, blah. Here are the channels over here. So like it did a pretty good job, but it pulled from YouTube. And so it's just going to add, they're going to add more and more integrations, more and more data sources, and you're going to have a better experience. And I think, you're going to have a different experience because what I just showed you with ChatGPT is very different than what you're seeing with Google. Eventually they might all merge, but right now I'm using it for different use cases. And I do find myself using Bard more. So we just wanted to call a few things out because this stuff is changing rapidly, and it would not be in your best interest if we don't talk about these updates as they happen. Neil?
Yeah, and use these tools, but keep in mind when you use them, they're not perfect yet. It'll take a year or two for them to be much better. I think they'll be drastically better. I think there's still going to be inaccuracies in a year or two, and don't just rely on them fully. The tools combined with a human is what's going to really help you crush it.
All right, so that is it for today. Please don't forget to rate, review, subscribe, and we'll see you tomorrow.